Roseanne too. I mean, you gotta remember Roseanne was like fucking practically ruled the country at one time.
As long as she doesn't sing the national anthem.
Well, that's when she started getting weird. Kind of started losing it when she was like hanging around Tom Arnold and singing.
She became like a peanut farmer or something.
No, I think, yeah, but she's like a iconic comedian,
Yeah.
like from back in the day. So.
And it looks like the whole cast is coming back.
Yeah, it looked like it. Looked like everybody was back on it. It looked pretty good.
I just love I watched the trailer, and I loved it that it was like, Dan, I thought you were dead. And he's just like, why does everybody think I'm dead?
Oh, so apparently she's gonna like wake up from a dream and like he's like the whole Dan dying thing was all a hallucination or something.
Yeah, Patrick Duffy's in the shower.
Bob Newhart wakes up next to his old wife.
Like the only one that won't be back is Glenn Quinn, that I know of.
I don't know who that. Who was that on the show? The kid.
That was Becky's husband.
Oh, okay, yeah, that guy. All right.
Because he died of a heroin overdose. Now they've said that.
Well, they could recast that role. Didn't they recast it on the show anyway? Didn't like one of the Wilson brothers play it at one time or something?
No, because he died after Angel. Because he did Roseanne, then he went to did Angel, and then he died. But and Sarah Chalk, who of course was the second Becky, is going to be playing a new character. Because the original Becky's coming back.
That's weird. We're going to have both of them on the show at the same time.
Sandra Bernhard is going to be back. So
it looked to me like from the trailer, the whole like the set and everything looked exactly the same as it did before. Like looked like even like the way it was shot and everything.
It's
pretty exact.
I wonder if was it Richard Mole? I wonder if he's going to be back.
Oh, Martin Mull.
Martin Mull, yeah. I wonder if he's going to be back.
Richard Mull is a bull from Night Court. He's also in like a lot of old sword and sorcery.
When are we going to get a new Night Court? That's what I mean.
I thought that's another one of those Mandela effect things, because I would swear that Richard Mull died back in the 90s sometime, and the guy's still alive.
Night Court and Moonlighting.
They should redo Moonlighting with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd now.
Apparently they're doing... Is it Murphy Brown? They're bringing back.
Yeah, that's coming back with Candice Bergen's actually coming back to play the kid.
Yeah, bring back Cheers. That's what I want.
That's possible, I guess. Well, no. Why do I keep thinking George Wendt is dead? George Wendt
is not dead.
He's still alive too.
He's still alive, eating bratwurst and drinking as many beers as he wants, and put him
Woody
in
Harrelson, like everybody's still. Well, Fraser's still around.
Rhea Perlman's still around. The only one that's dead is Coach.
That's true. Yeah, I guess nobody else has died from that show yet.
No. Well, I mean, Kirstie Alley ate Shelley Long, so.
No, that's straight. They're both still alive.
Yeah. So we could do Cheers. I mean, Cheers was like the #1 show for years.
Boy, it would be sad. It'd be like after like 40 years of drinking in that bar. It'd be so. They have to make them all like half dead and like
Cheers
have
is
bad
turned
livers.
To like a gastropub or something like that. Like George walks in, he's like, "Yeah, give me a beer." Well, what do you want? You want an IPA, a Pilsner?
Oh, I got a better idea. Cheers 2049, and it's like set far in the future, and like George Wendt comes in and he's got like those like 80s like wraparound glasses on, like a silver suit with like big silvery wing things on it.
Beer.
Beer pill. Just give him a pill.
Just give him a pill. All right, give me another one. Keep them coming.
My wife unit is complaining.
Hey there, Sammy boy.
They just throw like their old characters would just throw in future talk once in a while.
So Sammy, I hear it was how is it now that you no longer playing the lunar ball?
How is your bionic legs holding up?
Yes. So I hear Diane is dragging you to a lecture on post-nuclear dwarfisms of the black holes of the Andromeda strain.
Sounds boring.
Yes, beer. Oh, See, there's so many ideas, and we could write them, and Tommy could direct them.
Exactly. If you're gonna do a reboot, let's make it interesting. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna redo Cheers 2049. If you're gonna redo, let's do Family Ties, but set in Dickensian London.
Facts of Life, but Facts of Life 1485.
Exactly. no people that, like, just be like they'd just be like animals, like, running around.
Night Court, the Spanish Inquisition years. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. The possibilities are endless. Like, okay, I got one off the wall. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
3,000.
Where she meets a rugged cybernetic mountain man and falls in love with him while she's treating a small futuristic
She meets a Klingon. It's a Star Trek crossover. She meets a Klingon. Nurses him back to health.
It's funny because I remember watching Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman with my family. It was like religion. Like, they watched it every weekend, but I can't remember like a damn thing about that fucking show, really. I remember Jane Seymour being hot as hell. That's about it.
Yeah, I hear she's a real jerk, like, in real life, though.
Well, she's Jane Seymour. She can be a jerk. Everybody knows the coolest...
Forgive her for anything. She murdered a man. That's fine.
Everybody knows the coolest British actress is Helen Mirren. Because she's foul-mouthed, and she absolutely loves that she did Caligula.
And she's Nicolas Cage's mother in National Treasure.
And she hasn't gone crazy like Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, he started doing some, like, well, he did the Halloween movies. He's doing some bigger budget movies recently.
Yeah, but do we really want to count those two films? I mean, shit.
No, but the new one sounds like might be cool.
The new one sounds great. I guess this new Halloween film, it's basically, you have Halloween happened, the original one.
Yeah, it's eliminating everything in between.
So, the end of the first one, Michael's body disappears, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like on the ground and then it's not there.
Yeah. So this one picks up with what happened 20 years, like all those years later.
Like in the second one of those, like they shoot him in the eyes and like they set him on fire.
Yeah. Loomis lights himself on fire, and
so they're just gonna eliminate everything after the first movie, and just this is a direct sequel to the first one, and the second one didn't happen.
Yeah, no little Cult of the Thorn or anything like that.
Oh, damn. My favorite part of Halloween.
The only question is, will we actually get a funeral for Ben Tramer? Because Ben Tramer got killed, and they never talked about it, and they never established why.
Yeah. Well, poor one-off character.
Ben Tramer's grave is still cold.
He wasn't important. Maybe he'll be maybe he's going to be Michael Myers. Maybe it's not really Michael Myers.
We're never going to get Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle. Never happened.
That's right. And the one girl that was in the Rob Zombie ones.
Which one? Scout Taylor Thompson
or
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. The one that was
played Lori.
The one that was like when she was a little girl, she was in like 4 and 5. She was in the.
She's actually a really good actress. She's actually amazing. Danielle Harris, I actually like her as an actress.
That's she didn't happen, no.
Yeah, she didn't happen. Michael doesn't have a niece.
No, he's not an indestructible monster either. Apparently.
No, Michael's a man. He's just a man with a mission. So I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Give Tommy the reins to Halloween. Let him direct Halloween. You're a giant scary monster.
I say anything. I mean, I don't see it. Just let him do one-off movies out of continuity stuff.
Oh,
Let him do a Star Wars movie.
let Tommy be Freddy Krueger.
Oh.
1, 2,
Oh,
Tommy
hi.
coming for you.
Oh, hi, I'm Freddy.
Oh, hi, I in your dream. You
I'm
gotta
Freddy
weird.
Whistle.
You dream weird, funny things, Mark.
Buy my underwear. Look at my underwear.
Oh, you don't buy underwear. Oh, sorry, I kill you with my knife hand.
After my burns, these underwear fit so nice, and I wear all these belts and.
Make my ass look great. We've already seen him in space. We already know Tommy can do space. Why, alien? Why? Why you do this,
exactly.
alien?
Well, and Scary Love is going to be in space too. I think
God,
so.
that looks good too. It's like Tommy Wiseau in Blade Runner.
What he was meant to do. Oh man, I think anything the guy does is funny. I mean, just just the way he acts is funny.
He is the greatest.
Interviews, anything, anytime you talk, I'm fascinated. Anytime they talk to the guy, I got to see it.
Like I said, I've been tired. I have been trying to sleep and all this other stuff, trying to get this sickness to go away. Whew. So, we're going to go and we're going to be breaking into our comic reviews for the week. We want to thank everybody for joining us on the road to 200.
That's right. How close are we? What is this, 180 coming up?
180. 20 more episodes. 20 weeks.
20 weeks. You'll
20
get your
weeks.
C2E2 coverage in there, of course.
Oh, yes,
those 20 weeks.
Indeed. You're gonna get C2E2 coverage. I'm looking at plane flights now. We're making it happen. It's gonna be awesome. This week, now that I am feeling better, this week, no ifs, ands, or buts. Friday, Force 4 will be on YouTube. I will be putting the Force 4 commentary on YouTube. It will be done this week.
Oh, speaking of which, let me interrupt real quick. Last Jedi, just for your information, Spin, mainly for you. Anybody else out there probably won't know this. It'll already be out. But tonight at midnight, Last Jedi drops on digital. If you want to see it.
I'll have to get that big piece of fan fiction.
Yeah, I don't listen. I've heard people hate it and all this. I'm gonna watch it. I'll see.
It's just like I talked to you yesterday. A lot of people are griping about season 2 of Jessica Jones, and you said it was actually pretty good.
I like it way better than the first season. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's like I was never into the comic Jessica Jones, but the as a TV series, yeah, it's really watchable. It's good. It's like more of what she does this season. I think she's a private investigator. That's what she's doing in this season.
I have so much trouble with her just being a bitch the whole time. It's like I just want to slap her and be like, you know what, shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, it's getting into some of that, like her actions and stuff. So I mean, like and she's learning where all of her rage and stuff comes from. So it's kind of getting into all that. But I think it's been more of a like a mystery like type drama show this season with superpowers than like initially it was her dealing with like personal shit. I mean, this season is about her personal shit with the genetic things, but it's referencing other people and other heroes that were affected by this experiment and stuff. So it's a lot cooler, and it's more of a mystery about where were the heroes created and how did this happen? What were these experiments? It's more of a mystery like that than the first season. So it's pretty good. I like it. I'm up to episode 9. I'm not all the way done with it yet, but so far I like it so far.
So there's all that. C2E2 coverage coming. A lot more coming down the pipe. Force 4 this Friday. Chiefs at Space Chief 75 on the Twitter. I'm at NRR Rage Renegades. Facebook.com/NRR Truth Radio. Christopher will tell you all the places that we are every week.
The Nerd Rage Renegades are on the air every Wednesday on Podbean, Stitcher, Player FM, iTunes, Google Play, and every Thursday on GamingRebellion.com, Filling the Void Podcast Network, and now iHeartRadio.
And now she's going to hit that spoiler alert because we're going to talk DC Comics.
Yay.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. The Renegades are about to spoil this week's DC Comics.
So, Chief, I think the first thing I need to tell you is I received email today. Gail Simone will be writing the new Plastic Man series for DC Comics.
Yeah. Yeah, the artwork looked cool. That artwork I saw today was from that. It looks like it's got some good art. So we'll see. I mean,